Good morning, class. So, in the last video, we have seen that how we are balancing the chemical equation. Okay, so related to that topic, today we will solve three questions which is in your NCRT textbook. So, now let's start. Question number 1. Why should a magnesium ribbon be cleaned before burning in air? So, students, this activity you have done so many times in lab also. Class 6, class 7 and class 8 maybe you have seen this activity. When we are burning the magnesium ribbon, you saw that after burning that we get a powder of magnesium oxide. But the question asked here that why should a magnesium ribbon be cleaned before burning in air? So actually the answer of this question is that, as you know, that magnesium, the symbol of magnesium is Mg. When it react with oxygen, it gives you magnesium oxide. This is the reaction. Okay, now why do we need to rub the magnesium ribbon before doing the experiment? So you know that the magnesium is a very reactive element, and this magnesium react with the atmospheric oxygen and the carbon dioxide, and above it forms the layer of magnesium oxide and carbonate. Okay, so when we will do the experiment without removing this layer, so we will not get the accurate result and the reaction will not be good. So before doing this reaction, we are removing the layer of this oxide and the layer of the carbonate from the magnesium ribbon, and then we are performing this reaction. Okay, so that's why this is the answer for that question. Now question number 2 is that, write the balance equation for the following chemical reaction. Here some chemical reactions were given to us, and it was asked to us that we have to balance the chemical equation. So you know that before balancing the chemical equation, we have to follow some step. That first of all we will write the chemical symbols of this reaction, then only it will be possible for us to balance the chemical equation. So now let's do question number first. Hydrogen plus chlorine gives you hydrogen chloride. So now what is a hydrogen? So you know that the symbol for hydrogen is H2. When it reacts with chlorine gas, the symbol for chlorine gas is Cl2. It gives you hydrogen chloride. Hydrogen chloride is HCl. Now you have seen that in the left side there is two atom of hydrogen available, same two chlorine available, and in the right side there is only one hydrogen and one chlorine is available. Now what do we need to do? So if we will use the hit and trial method, what do we need to do? We need to make a table, then we will multiply by 2 in the right hand side. So we will you will write these all steps in your classwork copy. I'm just telling it to you the answer of that question. We will multiply by 2 in the right side, and when we do this we can see that now the reaction is balanced. 2 in the left side, 2 hydrogen in the right side, 2 chlorine in the left side, 2 chlorine in the right side. So this will be the correct answer for this reaction. Now question number 3 is that, barium chloride react with aluminium sulfate gives you barium sulfate and aluminium chloride. So first of all you should know the formulas for all these things. So what is barium chloride? The barium chloride is BaCl2. Barium chloride is BaCl2. Aluminium sulfate, the formula of aluminium sulfate is Al2SO4 whole thrice. This is the formula for aluminium sulfate. Now when this reaction happened, it gives you barium sulfate, means BaSO4 plus gives you aluminium chloride, that is AlCl3. Okay, so this is the reaction. First of all you will write, then you will see that how many number of atoms are there. So you can see that there is two aluminum atoms are there. So what we will need to do, we will just multiply 2 from this side. Okay, now you have seen that 6 chlorine atom in the right side, there is only 2 chlorine atom, so we will multiply by this side 3. Okay, now what we will do, how could we balance? If we will write 3 here, then automatically the reaction is balanced. You can see that 3 barium in the left side, 3 barium in the right side. Chlorine ke 6 atoms are there in the left side, same 6 in the right side. Al2, that means 2 aluminium in the left side, 2 aluminium in the right side. Sulfate ke there is 3 3 sulfate in the left side, same 3 sulfate in the right side. Now you can see this reaction is balanced after this. So this is the final reaction. You try this in your classwork copy today. Now come to the third question, that is sodium and water gives you sodium hydroxide and hydrogen. Now what is a sodium? Sodium means Na. Okay, when it react with water molecule, that this is H2O, it gives you sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is NaOH plus hydrogen. This is the reaction. After that you need to balance this reaction. So how could you do this? So you can write 2Na here. Okay, so if you write 2Na, then you see there is 2 atom of oxygen and 2 atom of 4 atom of hydrogens are there. So after that you can, if you multiply by 2 here, now you can see that the reaction is balanced. 4 hydrogen atom in the left side, same 4 hydrogen atom in the right side, 2Na in the left side, 2Na in the right side, 2 oxygen in the left side, 2 oxygen in the right side. Now this reaction is balanced. Okay, so before writing this reaction you should know how we are going to symbolize actually these atoms and molecules. Now question number 3 is that write a balanced chemical equation with state symbols for the following reaction. So you should know the state symbols first. Okay, next, solution of barium chloride and sodium sulfate in water react to gives insoluble barium sulfate and solution of sodium chloride. Now what will be this reaction? See, solution of barium chloride. Barium chloride is again BaCl2. React with sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfate is Na2SO4. Gives you sodium chloride and barium sulfate. So barium sulfate is BaSO4 and sodium chloride is NaCl. Okay, so now how could we balance this reaction? So I'm just using this red pen. Okay, now you see that 2 chlorine atoms in the left side. So I'm writing 2 here. So 2 chlorine in the right side. Now 2 sodium in the left side, 2 sodium in the right side. Sulfate, 1 sulfate is in the left side, 1 sulfate is in the right side. Okay, so now this reaction is balanced. Okay, so this will be the correct answer for this reaction. Now next question, sodium hydroxide solution react with hydrochloric acid. So you should know what is sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is NaOH. Okay, sodium hydroxide is NaOH. This react with hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is HCl. Gives you NaCl, sodium chloride plus water, H2O. Now if you will see, this reaction is already balanced, so there is no need to write 1 2 anything, any numbers in front of it, because you see that in the left side and in the right side the number of atoms are equal. So we do not need to balance this equation because it is already balanced. Okay, so beta, the important thing is that before in a balancing in a chemical reaction, you should know what are the symbols and what is the formulas for these basic compound. Otherwise the things will not be possible. If you don't know, how could we write the particular formula for particular compound? Okay, so again I'm telling it to you. In this, some things are very important, like aluminium sulfate. Aluminium sulfate is Al2SO4 whole thrice. Barium sulfate, barium is Ba, sulfate is SO4. Aluminium chloride, aluminium is Al, chloride clay Cl3 we will use here, because you know that chloride clay Cl we are using, but the valency of aluminium is 3. So in the class 9th you already know that we are just balance we are writing the compound in crisscross rule. You already know that ki valency of aluminium will go with the chlorine, and chlorine ki valency will write after aluminium. So that's why it is AlCl3. Same sodium hydroxide is NaOH. Okay, same barium chloride BaCl2. Sodium sulfate Na2SO4. Sodium chloride NaCl. Sodium hydroxide NaOH. Okay, hydrochloric acid HCl. So these formula you should know. Okay, so now today's work is that you have to write these question and answers in your classwork copy in the left side of your classwork copy. Okay, and after that on Thursday you will send me the PDF of that much work you have done.